This is the wealth track. I love this being a follow-up segment to the Trapper segment because this allows me to get into one of my favorite subjects, which is hip-hop. I think hip-hop is the catalyst to America. What happens is hip-hop has navigated us down a path where we haven't valued who we are or what we are. I think that music has done a lot of harm to us over the last couple years, maybe the last 10 years, because I often like to say that people like KRS-One, Rakim, they didn't run out of lyrics. Talib Kweli, but there was big business in murder rap. And I often say, I've never heard Garth Brooks talk about killing nobody. I've never heard Shania Twain call nobody Faith Hill a bad bitch. I ain't never heard it. I've never heard Sting or Matchbox 20 and Rob Thomas. I've never heard them talk about killing the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've never heard it. But yet, these people sell out stadiums. Nah, true enough, I know that the experience in America is different. But why do we have the voice of limited experience? There was big money in murder rap. And so for me, the Well track is about us deciphering through some of the lyrics and just finding those bars that can truly help us. So this week, man, we went and found Diddy, man. And Diddy, I forgot the person who showed me this because y'all be DMing me. Y'all be like, Trap, I think this is a good one. So last week, Brandon hit me with something. This week, I forgot who hit me with this. I'll salute to you. But so this week, Diddy just said something simple. It was a quick bar. It was, now my dividends is the new Benjamins in cut. It's over, done. Now my dividends is the new Benjamins. I want us to understand how prolific and profound that is. In essence, I'm getting rich off investments. That's a simple statement. I'm getting rich off investments. That is a parabolic shift that we need to, God damn. God damn. God damn. That's a parabolic shift for us. Imagine how powerful we could become if we all said, and now my dividends is the new Benjamins. Your rent is the new dividends. The money you picking from having property, that rent that's becoming cash flow, that's the new dividends. The Toro that you got out, the rent, the dividends from the Toro is the new dividends. The money that you invest in the stock market, the new dividends. The options that you're getting, your new dividends. The business that you are invested in is the new dividends. My dividends is the new Benjamins is him simply saying my investments is what's taking me to wealth. Shout out to Diddy for that bar. I'm pretty sure he ain't write it. All right, man, so as we get to this last segment, we are in a time where we're surviving life on our brilliance and our ability to decipher and articulate people, events, and information. Meaning we gotta learn how to read people, understand events, and break down information. There's a brilliance in that. The issue is, in most cases, we never make the shift because the same energy that it takes for us to survive in poverty is the same energy it takes for us to survive when it comes to building wealth. Building a business is the same as running a trap house. Learning how to invest in the stock market is no different than going to work, looking at the business that you're working for, understanding that business. And instead of letting that business get paid off, you investing in that business so that business can pay you is a shift. No matter what you do, you're analyzing the situation. You're analyzing people. You're analyzing events. Investing becomes the necessary skill for wealth. Intelligence is colored vividly by our experience. The experience that we have in life gives us intelligence. I often say that the books that we read are phenomenal to help us grow. But no matter how many books I read on swimming, I will not know how to swim until I jump in the water. I gotta see how my heart rate reacts to the water. I gotta see how my brain deciphers and articulates the event and the information. That experience is downloaded and gives me the wisdom and intelligence to perform. The thing about that whole dynamic is, at what point does fear kick in? See, for some people, the fear of drowning will haunt them. The possibilities of what could happen hinder them from being great. There's a saying that I came up with: fear always interrupts legacy. Fail. We cannot be afraid to fail. So I ask you, what experience have shaped what freedom looked like to you? For me, it's being 15 years old, being a cold night, and I was in a doghouse inside of an abandoned house. That was a hell of an experience for me. It's not made up. It's an actual factual. It was when I stole some blankets from the thrift store on Carrollton and Canal, Carrollton and Tulane, from the thrift store. I bought the doghouse, and I slept in it because it was insulated. Who do you blame for you not being free? Do you blame your mama for not giving you exposure? Do you blame your daddy for not being there? Do you blame your teachers for not teaching you? Do you blame the government for not being fair? Or do you blame yourself? I think the easiest thing to do is blame others. I think the hardest thing to do is take accountability and move forward. The minute you take accountability is the minute that you unanchor yourself from the things that happen to you. I did 10 years in prison. One little cousin wrote me all the time. My little cousin Elise. My Uncle Walter, he sent me some money when he could. My mom, she didn't really send me no money. Every now and then she did. During the process of my 10 years, I can count on my hand the money orders that I received. Talking about on a 10-year stretch. But yet and still, I never blamed my family for nothing. I love them all. I smile when I see them all. I hug them tight when I see them all. Because I took responsibility for what put me in prison. When I came home from prison, I didn't blame nobody for not being there for me. My auntie let me sleep on her sofa. I was cool with that. The best thing we can do for ourselves is take full responsibility for our life. Subprime consumer is attached to limited beliefs, is attached to being a victim. I choose to be a victor. I always say that life is gonna life. Whether I'm here or whether I'm gone, somebody else is trying to navigate their way through the vicissitudes of life. No matter who you are, no matter what you come from, you will go through adversity. You'll have a moment where you cry. You'll have a moment where you have a breakdown. But it's what do you do after that? Do you wipe the tears away and keep going? Most people love the word consistent. I'm more fond of the word persistent. Because persistence means no matter what happens, I keep going. Continuously, perpetually, adventurously. Sometimes even stressfully. There's a will and a desire that has to be in you that has to be willing to take every risk there is to take. See, most people avoid the risk. I look for them. I meet them head on. Because I know that where I want to go, even me wanting to go there is a risk. Because wanting to go there, wanting to achieve that thing has to disrupt everything that I'm going through at the moment. Disruption. Disruption scares so many people. Disruption takes us out of our norm. Disruption makes us uncomfortable. Disruption makes us vulnerable. Disruption makes us scared. And for that, I embrace it. Harriet Tubman, disruption. Martin Luther King, disruption. Malcolm X, disruption. O.W. Gurley, disruption. Frederick Douglass, disruption. Madam C.J. Walker, a self-made millionaire black woman, disruption. But we hear the glory. We don't know about was the stress. The people that told them not to. The people that told Malcolm, don't go walk. The people that told him nonviolence was the key and wasn't the answer. And we had an audacity to say, I wouldn't have did it nonviolent. I wouldn't have did it that way. Disruption. Will you challenge your current norm and cause disruption? Because your family needs you. You are the person that frees them from generational poverty. You are the person that gives them the opportunity. You are the person that gives them the audacity to think about freedom. And so I ask you, do you have it in you to cause disruption? It's closing, man. It's another week of Trappin' Tuesdays. Such an amazing week, such an amazing show, such an amazing episode. I want you all to like, subscribe to the channel. I want you all to go to all podcast platforms and listen to it. Episode 25 is out. Episode 26 tonight will be out Thursday. But go catch up. Go understand why episode 26 was so dope, because one thing we do every week is marry every episode to the one before. Join Trappin' Tuesdays. The link is in the bio for sure. And I just want to tell everybody that come in each and every Tuesday for 2 hours or 2.5 hours, thank you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all again next week. It's your boy, Wallstreet Trapper. And we out, y'all.